Hello and welcome to Niche, a genetic survival game. This will be a short introduction to the game, a one-shot. I won't make this into a long series because Niche is an indie game, but it's not a story-based game. And I think it's most interesting if I show you the basics and why I like the game. And then maybe you are animated to buy it as well, to try it as well. We will see. So let's start with a new game. There is a short cutscene in the beginning that gives some story, but after that you're basically thrown into the tutorial. So let's try that. New game, how should we call it? How about Dusty Learns Genetics? Because that's what you can learn with this game. Just basic genetics, but however, it's cool. And we will have the story mode. Here we go. Yeah, so the world is randomly generated, so you never have the same one. Oh, did I already say there were like super cute animals? Oh. Either that's a giant bird or those are really small animals. No. Why does he look so cute? I'm so sad. Oh, stop looking at me like that. So yeah, we're a tiny brown striped animal in a new place, apart from our family. Ouch, that hurt. You are all alone, stranded on an island far away from home. Zoom, mouse wheel or F&N to zoom. Yeah, I already know that. Move the camera, you can do that like this, or drag and drop. Simple. This one is right click and drag and drop. Simple as that. Now I can click on Adam. This is Adam. They all have names to select him. Yeah, Adam, because of Adam and Eve, you see. Now he can move. He can just move one at a time because he's still a baby. What a long day. Time to get to sleep. At the beginning of each day, animals regain their action points. Yeah, that's the gems on their chest. You can see it on the bottom left of the screen. He has one, but it's inactive because I already used it because I moved. And when I click this sun-shaped thing, or spacebar, the day will end and all the points will be regained. Now he has grown a little bit. He is a young adult now, I think a teen, yeah. And he can have 2 actions each day now. There seems to be plenty of food on this island. Let's eat. Animals eat 1 food per day. Make sure Adam doesn't starve. Yeah, so this is important. Back here you can see I have 19 food for the moment. I don't know where we got that from. Probably he carried it with him in his pockets, I don't know. And we've got 1 animal. So per day we will use 1 food. That's that. Now with Adam I can collect berries. Let's do that. There, we got 2. This island seems to be deserted. A pathway of stones leads to another island in the distance. You can zoom out. Oh yeah, this one. Animals grow older and die one day. The life bar shows an animal's current age and lifespan. If the bar is full, the animal dies. That's that bar right here in the left-hand corner. So he's super young still. Move Adam to the flower port, this part around here. And today, if you need to refill your action points, interact with the pointy travel stone to leave the island. So the game told me already that there are no other animals on this island It's deserted. It's not interesting, really. So the only thing I can do here is gather food and move to the next island. And that's what we will do. We still have enough food, so I choose just to move. Now, my points are used. I used one to pick berries, the other one to move. So I end the day. The tutorial continues when I'm on the next island, so I'll just quickly do those steps. So now I'm still a teen, but I've grown a little bit older, how you can see. Now I go over here. Finally, and now I'm here, but I don't have actions anymore, so I need to rest another day. And now I can travel to another place. And the nice thing is now I'm an adult. Age level adult. This is nice. And now I can travel by clicking this one. All animals on port fields, that's the flower fields, migrate to another island. Animals outside the port leave the tribe and will be gone forever. That's no problem because we're just alone for a moment. Now it's creating the new island, hopefully with mates. Behind you, the stepping stones crumble and splash into the ocean. It sounds like animals are living on this island. You smell the presence of a member of your species. You can toggle your senses by clicking on the button in the bottom right or pressing 1, 2, 3 on your keyboard. On the bottom right, you can see now the eyes are active. And there are 2 other possibilities. I'll show you. I normally do it with 1, 2, 3. This is 2. This is the nose. Now right now I can smell nothing of interest. And this is hearing. I also hear nothing of interest. If there would be something, it would be outlined green or red or yellow, but we will see that soon. Yeah, those are my senses. You can see them change in the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, I did that. Move around and use all your senses to find the member of your species. Offer it 5 food to join your group. So we will do that. I will use my other senses too. Oh, see, now I can hear that one. I don't see it, but I can hear it. That's why it's useful to switch in between the senses every now and then. This might be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning, but you'll get used to it. I'll go over here then, and I know I think it's a she is there, so I can offer 5 food to join the tribe. That's this symbol. Happy little face. Oh, there she is. Now I can see her because she's in my tribe, and it's Eve. Because you always find Eve on the second island. The animal you found is a female called Eve. Adam and Eve seem to like each other. Let's start a family. An animal's sex is displayed in the bottom left corner. Males have manes. Yeah, actually the tutorial tells you this and I didn't get it until my friend told me and I was like, oh, okay, I'm stupid. So Adam is male and has a mane. She's female, doesn't have a mane. Also, she looks really interesting, don't you think? She has gills and horns. All kinds of interesting features. You can use the tab key to switch between animals. That's what this looks like. Right now it doesn't work because he already used all his 3 action points. But all the active animals that still have action points can be switched with tab. Move your animals together and mate them. I can do that even though he doesn't have action points anymore because she does. This worked. Eve is pregnant. She needs a nest to give birth. Building nests uses nesting material which can be collected by clearing grass. Built nests decay over time and need to be repaired. Your nesting material counter is displayed in the bottom right corner. That's that one, the 3rd stat, the 3rd resource I've got here. Find a natural nest or build a nest with Eve. Make sure Eve is in a nest when ending the day. I don't see any natural nests right now, neither with my other senses, so she's just going to build her own. One nest uses 10 nesting material, so I had exactly 10. This is very nice. This button lets me destroy the nest, which I don't want to do for the moment. But in the future, when I want to travel to another place on the island and I want to take the nesting material with me to construct a new nest over there, I can do it like this. And for the last action that she still has left here, I can collect berries, for example. Nice. Now we've still got 15. That's still a lot for just 2 animals, but probably we will be 3 soon. End the day, because all the action points were used. Your first offspring has been born. Let's see what it can do. Click on the newborn and open the skill tab in the bottom left corner. I will do that. So this is my cute little one. Looks a little bit like the mother. Like the eyes are a little bit like that one. But it looks very different from both of its parents. Who has the claw? She has that claw. It has that too. But we will see now what it can do by clicking that one. Each animal has its own set of skills. The number below the skill icons show an animal's skill level. Some interactions require certain skills. If an interaction icon is orange, you only have a small chance to succeed. Hover over a skill to see more information. Skills are defined by an animal's DNA. Now, don't get overwhelmed by all the symbols and all those different skills. At the beginning it seems like a lot, but you'll soon notice that there are some that are more important than others, and you will get the hang of it. Now, this one for example, speed, how far an animal can move with one action. Right now it's a baby, so it can only move one, but when it's an adult, when it's an adult, it can move 4, which is quite nice. Now, it can also swim because of its hind legs. It can collect berries, but only 1 at a time. That's different from its parents. She can collect 2 at a time, and he too, he as well. But the little one can only collect 1. But it can scratch quite well. It can attack well. It has 3 attack, 2 fishing. Oh, this is interesting, it's venomous. So it has poison fangs. That means when I bite another animal to defend myself, it will be poisoned and die quicker, I think. I'm not so sure about that. The other things, I mean, do you want to know everything? I don't know. I would probably if I played this for the first time, so let's look at those. Fertility, that's the ability to produce offspring, obviously. It has very high fertility, that's actually the highest possible. Immunity to sickness, we'll get into that in a moment. Eyesight, normal, that's good. Hearing is also nice. For example, let's see, hearing. Yeah, hearing. So hearing are all the white spaces I can hear stuff on with the baby. And that's smelling. Yeah, you see that. So smelling, those things are now green because they're interesting to me and in the sense of like I can eat that. That's sniffing. It's also nice. Oh, I get +1 because of the poison fangs. Okay. This is camouflage. Yeah, ability to blend in with surroundings. +2 hiding and +2 color camouflage. That's really good. But I think the +2 hiding is because I'm in the high grass. That's not bad. Stealth is also good. I think when approaching small rodents to eat them, that's useful. Scentless, so predators don't smell me that well. I think it's that, not sure. Poison resistance. Oh, nice, I've got that because of the poison fangs. So if I eat something poisoned, I don't get damage, probably. We will see. Cold resistance and heat resistance. Yeah, that's because of the medium body type that I've got, but I'm still a baby, so I don't have that. So much for that. Now we can open the gene tab. Let's see, that's this one. This is also quite overwhelming in the beginning, but don't worry. An animal's DNA consists of many traits, which define appearance and skills. Each trait is defined by a pair of genes. Genes are inherited from an animal's parents. Each parent randomly contributes 1 gene of each gene pair. A gene's tooltip shows which skills are influenced. A gene pair can express. Yeah, let me see. For example, this. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Cold resistance is influenced by that, for example. That's what that means. Complete dominance. Only the upper gene of the pair is active. For example, the eyes. Yeah, here. We've got that. Actually, here and here too. That's that one. Incomplete dominance. Both genes blend together for the fur color, for example, or the horn color here. We've got red horns and white horns result in, I think we are too young or we don't have horns at all. No, we don't have horns. So we inherited that from our dad, I think. But the fur color, brown pattern and black pattern blend together and it turns out in this, I don't know what. Or here, chestnut brown fur and yellow fur. that blends together, I think, into this nice high color that we have with which we can hide well. Nice. And codominance. Both genes are separately expressed, e.g. paws. Oh, I see. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because we've got 2. That makes sense. I learn a little bit more about this game each time I go through the tutorial. And then I think, oh, why didn't I get this? I was stupid. This one has claws, +2 strength, +2 fishing, and runner legs. Okay, open the mutation tab. Now this is the last complicated thing. The rest, apart from this, will be learning by doing, which is cool. Each animal has 2 mutation slots. Mutations don't affect the animal itself. They affect an animal's offspring by giving it a chance to express the selected gene. Confirming a mutation is irreversible. Click on a mutation slot, select the gene, and confirm the mutation. It works like this. Now there is a lot of genes to choose from that you can mutate. For example, you can have a mutation for blind eyes, but that isn't so good because we can't see anything with a blind animal. So probably we'll go for something else, something that's useful. Medium ears, for example, are useful. Short snout looks like it's useful. Medium body. And sometimes you will notice the medium tail, we already have that. That's for cold resistance. That could come in useful as well. But you'll notice there are many things that we can't select. And those we have to, how do you say? Yeah, unlock. And you can do that by different ways. It always indicates how you can do that. Invite animals with this gene to your tribe can only be unlocked in story mode. The round ears, for example. Or if I've got something else, this one, big nose. Perform explore on grass. So to unlock this gene, so that I can add it in as a mutation, I have to explore on grass. Which is, I think, let's try that with her. If I go here, is it that already? If I just move in the grass, let's see. Is it that? No. Then what is explore on grass? Not so sure. Okay, never mind. But yeah, you get the idea. Click, oh yeah, I need to select one now for the baby. Which one should I take? This one is always good. Let's take that one, confirm. Now I can't change it anymore. Whoops. Let's take another one, a medium tail. My English is kind of wibbly wobbly now because I've not used it for a long time. Additional information about an animal can be found in the bottom left corner. Animal ranks define who gets to eat if food is scarce. Alpha animals can exile omega animals. Status effects are displayed next to the rank. Click on the animal rank to change it. That's this little icon here. So the baby, what I do is now I go here to the skills and I see how good I think she is. So she's got the poison fangs, which is really cool. Then she's got fishing, which is nice as well. She can't collect that many berries at once. So I think I'll leave her a beta for now. What about her? Oh, she can also crack nuts and stuff. That's really good. And she can collect a lot and she's really strong. So I'll make her an alpha to kind of memorize myself that this animal is really good. Like, that I think it's really good. But I think she doesn't have the poison fangs. Yeah. He's really average. He's the one that we get first. So we'll leave him at beta. Finally, you can get an overview of your group in the family tree where you can change the names, gem colors and rank of your animals. You can also filter your animals by skills and genes. Pay close attention to which animals you breed. Incest can quickly lead to sickness. Now this is really important. Make sure each animal has 2 different immunity genes to prevent this. Yeah, I can now open the family tab. You do that here in the bottom left corner. So far we only have 3 animals. You can see those displayed like this. And you can switch in this view between them by clicking them. Really easy. And here you get an overview of all their stuff. Here are their genes. Here are their abilities. So the little one has the immunity B and immunity G. That means if we mate I mean, right now it's too young to mate, but if it's grown up and we mate, we have to make sure that the other animal has neither B nor G, because then the chance is 0 that it will have 2 of the same. When it has 2 of the same, it is how it says down there, having the same immunity gene twice increases an animal's chance to get sick. And once your animal is sick, it can spread to the other animals and they die quicker, and you don't want that. Also, it always breaks my heart if they sneeze. So be nice to your animals. Eve has A and B, and Adam has this one. This is a special one, home island immunity, and a G. So there's no problem in them mating. That's good. This is the end of the tutorial. Your story begins here. Go and find the way back to your home island. But beware, many challenges await you. Adapt or go extinct. Yeah, so those are the basics of the game. And I understand if it seems like a lot for the moment, but you will start to play. Maybe you will go extinct the first time. I think that's normal. It's also the idea of the game that it's a lot learning by doing, and yeah, you have to learn how to adapt yourself. I will continue a little bit with this group, and then I'll show you a larger group with whom I have survived for more than 100 days. Actually, and give you some tips on how to survive. I think there's already lots of YouTube videos that give really good tips, so probably just take mine as really beginner tips, because they make sure that your tribe survives, but they don't make sure that it's going to be a cool tribe or whatever. or whatever. So yeah. For example, you always have to make sure that you've got enough food. So whenever there's nothing better to do, I let my animals collect food, because why not? For the moment, I would like to mate again, but the baby is too small to move. When it's just been born, it can't move, so the nest is blocked, and I don't have enough nesting material to build a new one. That's why I leave it at that. Now here you can see Adam is not that good at cracking nuts and things like that. He has a very low chance to succeed. That doesn't mean that it will never work, but it's not so good to perform this action with an animal that can't do it. So I leave that to Eve and let him go over here and collect some berries. Now 1, and there's a last action left, 2. So to notice whether there's still an animal that has action left, you can click on tab, and if nothing happens, then you've used all of your actions. That's really good to know. I can end the day now. Hey. Now they're all awake again. Also, if they turn their heads and look where your cursor is, they're awake and they can do stuff. The little one, for example, now can move. I'll let her move here. And a nice thing that you can do as well is change the name. Now, yesterday I came up with a new strategy. I could actually put the immunity genes, which are important for mating, behind the name, for example like this, BG. So now I always know that those 2 are her genes and I don't have to click the button each time. I mean, it's just a small thing, but whatever. Here I could also change the rank, and here I can change the color of the gem. Now you don't see it because it's inactive, you can barely see it. I will show you on another animal. Wait a moment. For example, if I have her, and I want those gems to have another color, I can also do it in this display. I can click those. And that's very useful to determine, for example, to make little groups. For example, if I see, oh, she's very good at attacking, then she can go hunting with a few other animals that are also really good at attacking. So I'm saying, okay, orange is now my hunting group, so that I can distinguish them easily from the others. Now my baby has been born and has moved out of the nest, so I can mate again. For that I have to move next to her and mate. This worked. Always when they purr and there are little hearts, it means it worked, and she's pregnant. You can also see it in this symbol, pregnant. And now she needs to be, on the end of the day, she needs to be on the nest to give birth. So this is nice that there are berries next to the nest like this, she can just stay there. And him, yeah, he's the one that can't crack nuts, huh? Let's switch in between the senses. No, there's not much more on this island. I think I will quickly move on to the next island. But I see just now that it was probably not clever to give birth to another animal because there are only 3 stepping stones that I can go on to move to the next island. This means I have to leave 1 behind, which is already not that great. And she can't move. Yeah, okay, we will see. You can do that better than me, okay? I will leave this group for now and take a look at my other group. Probably give some more tips. Where do I go? Here, main menu. Right, play, and then this one. Yeah. Okay, I put in a black screen here because I called the group by my actual name. I don't want you to see that. Okay, here it is. You see, this is a giant island compared to the one we had before. And the group is also quite big. And there are some features that my previous animals, the first 3 ones, didn't have. For example, that one has little fins on its body. Wait, which one is that? And it has underwater breathing, which is one of the coolest things, because, for example, I can move her now here. Yeah, that's still very okay. She's not completely underwater right now, but he, for example, can do that as well. And I can move him. The problem is he can't fish, so he's not good at fishing. So I'm currently trying to breed an animal that's good at fishing and can breathe underwater, because that would be an ideal combination. Yeah, for example, now his snout is in the water. That's not so good, but as he can breathe underwater too, which you can see here, that's no problem. And yeah, that's basically it. You can try all kinds of things in this game. That's the cool thing about it. There's no story per se, but you can choose where you want to go. The main goal is to travel from island to island, and apparently my friend told me that at a certain point you come back to the island where Adam has been kidnapped in the beginning, the little one, by the giant bird. And by doing that, you always come on an island by one of those flower ports. You need to travel to another one, for example, this one here. And yeah, so the idea is to move the animals over there. And you can't do that on one day because they can't walk that far on one day. And the idea is also to not go extinct, obviously. So that means while moving over there, you always have to think about collecting enough food and mating every now and then. And when you've got a tribe that's as big as mine, how you see here, or even bigger, this is not even that big of a tribe, I think, you always have to keep in mind which genes you have and which animals you should mate, and also which abilities you want to preserve or to pass on. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Now, it's not all fun and games. There are also predators on some islands. I think sometimes you can smell or hear them before you see them. This one is a bunny. You can catch that one. That's a good one. Everything that's green, I think you can eat. Doesn't mean you should eat it, because there's also poison bushes with poison berries. But yeah, it's that. So there are predators which you have to fight. Sometimes there's a giant bird that will snatch your babies if you don't have an adult next to it, or a teen, I think works as well. Another thing that you can do in this game is just like to get really cute animals. Because it's kind of up to you how you want to design your animal, if you want to put it like that. Because here you have all those attributes, and you see this one has antlers, for example, which is really cool because it also gives it more strength. And you have all those different patterns, and you can either unlock them here and choose those, and so change the appearance of your animal and its abilities. Or you can like find wild ones, for example, how we found Eve. You can explore the island and you will find wild ones every now and then. And yeah, for example, this one doesn't look that healthy, but it doesn't have problems per se. It's not disabled or anything. It just has, I think it has what is called distasteful appearance. Yeah, it has a derp snout, which is really great. I don't know if it has a distasteful appearance. Sometimes they do, and that's not bad because, yeah, that one, distasteful appearance, because it's less likely to be eaten or focused by predators, which is good. And you get that appearance by normally by a rogue male that comes into your tribe and just mates uncontrollably with your females, which can be annoying. But my friend pointed out to me, actually most of those things I know from my friend, because I'm too stupid to have found them out myself, and I didn't want to Google. They can be useful, the rogue males. You can invite them to your tribe if you want, and sometimes they have new immunity genes, most of the time actually. So that's good to spice things up, to get more different genes, which is always good. And she also, the last tip that she gave me and that I can give you is when you travel to a new island, you should always make sure to have at least 4 different types of immunity genes. Because, for example, if you have C and A and B and D, you can always make sure, I mean, of course, you have to look for those in a male and a female. You can always be sure that you can produce a baby that won't have the same immunity gene twice. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Now, which one is the cutest here? I think that one is quite cool. It has pink and yeah. You see, you can play this game for all different kinds of reasons. Oh man, it even has stripes on the back. Really cool. And you can play the game to learn basic genetics. If you're a teacher, you can have the game for free to teach it to your pupils at school. You will find that if you Google it, pretty sure. This is the end of my tutorial of the game. Let's brag a little bit to end this by, let me see, first like that, and then go on the credits. Let's brag a little bit to show my name in the Kickstarter backers. You see, there is a lot because they made sure that the game gets a lot of attention and it's a really cool game. And here I am, Dustflower. Now, if you're interested in buying the game, I put a link in the description. I greatly encourage you to try it yourself because it's more of a casual game. You don't have time pressure, which is really nice. You can do everything at your own pace and take a lot of time to decide, okay, which one will I mate with which one. But it gets quite addicting, I would say, because you always want to know what is on the next island, what is in the next bush, where will I get my food, what will happen if I mate those 2 animals, everything like that. It's great. So that was it from me. I will leave 1 or 2 links to other videos with tips in them for how to play this game, because my tips are really basic. Probably you want to get better ones. So I leave that there. And yeah, this is the end of my tour of Niche. I hope it was kind of interesting to you and not just stressful, because the tutorial to me is honestly kind of stressful because there's so much new information. But don't worry, you'll get into it. It's no problem. I'm not the smartest as well, and I got it eventually. So yeah, have fun with Niche, and see you soon. Bye. Hey, so you're still here after the outro, huh? I've got a little bonus for you. The studio that created Niche, Stray Fawn Studios, also created this small side product. It's called the Nicheling Explorer, and actually you can go on their website. This is the URL. You can type it in or Google it, works as well. Then you get this and you can call an animal. So let's see how Dustflower looks like. Call it. That's her. See? That is me if I were in the game. So it just randomly, it doesn't randomly generate. It always gets this one if I type in Dustflower. But it's a really cute one. It is dusty, grayish, pinkish color, and it's got horns and it's got stripes. It's got a big fluffy tail and brown eyes. I like it. You can try that as well when you type in your name here. Have fun and bye.